In this video, I'll show you how you can avoid making some common mistakes beginners make when shipping their products to Amazon and while creating their first shipping plan, which can cause problems, delays, and even additional penalties and fees. But first, my name is Crescent, and this is our first time meeting. Welcome to my channel. My passion is sharing tips and strategies on how you can create a successful Amazon FBA private label business. So if you enjoy videos like this, or especially if you've been around my channel, consider subscribing. All right, let's get started. All right, so first things first, why do you need a shipping plan? You need a shipping plan because if you're doing private label products and you're doing fulfillment by Amazon, you need to ship products in to the Amazon fulfillment centers. And in order to do so, you need to create a shipping plan so that Amazon knows what to expect with your inbound shipments. Also, once you complete the shipping plan, you'll be given shipping labels that need to go on each one of your shipping cartons. These will identify the shipping cartons for who they belong to and what's inside once Amazon receives each shipment. So when do you need to create a shipping plan? Well, in order to create a shipping plan, you first need to create a product listing for your product. Otherwise, you can't create a shipping plan. I also recommend creating a shipping plan early in the process while you're still doing product research before committing to the product to find out if there's any possible restrictions on your product, as far as having to go through any hazmat reviews or if there's any category or product restrictions with your product. When you create a shipping plan, these issues may pop up, so you can take care of them right away. More importantly, once your supplier has started manufacturing and you have an ETA of when it should be completed, you should create your shipping plan prior to the completion date so that you can have the shipping plan and all the shipping labels ready for your supplier so there's no delays with your shipment. Now, before you complete your shipping plan, there is a setting in Seller Central that you need to be aware of, and it's called the inventory placement option. Typically, your supplier will ship your products in multiple shipping cartons, and therefore, when you create your shipping plan, Amazon's going to split up your shipment so that it goes to several fulfillment centers around the country. And because of this, a lot of beginners think they can save on shipping by having all their cartons shipped to one fulfillment center. And you can do that by changing the inventory placement option in Seller Central. So for example, if you log into Seller Central and you click on Settings and click on Fulfillment by Amazon, you can see here in the inbound settings, there's an inventory placement option here, and the default is distributed inventory placement, which means your shipping cartons will get distributed to multiple fulfillment centers. However, if you click on Edit, you do have the option of choosing inventory placement service, and so all your shipping cartons will go to one fulfillment center. But you need to be aware that if you choose this option, there is a per unit fee. If you scroll down, you can see here, for the standard size, anything less than 1 pound is 30 cents per unit. 1 to 2 pounds is 40 cents per unit. So you should do the math to see if it's cheaper for you to use this option. Otherwise, leave the default option, distributed inventory placement. Now, after you've created your listing, you can then ship products in by creating a shipping plan. In order to do that, you can log into Seller Central and click on the edit button here, and you're going to choose Send Replenish Inventory. Now, if you don't see the Send Replenish Inventory, it's because when you created your listing, you either didn't choose Fulfillment by Amazon, or when you clicked Save, sometimes the listing defaults back to Fulfillment by Merchant. And if that's the case, you're going to see something like this, where there's no Send Replenish option. You're going to have to choose Change to Fulfill by Amazon, and then once you've done that, you'll see the Send Replenish Inventory here. Now, once you click this button here, you'll be able to create your first shipping plan. Now, one thing to note, in order to complete your shipping plan, you're going to need some information from your supplier. You're going to need to know how many shipping cartons there are, how many units are packed inside each shipping carton, and the size and weight of each carton. Your supplier will have this information. Now, one mistake a lot of beginners make is choosing the wrong packing type here. So there's two options. There's the individual products and there's case packed. Now, what I suggest is no matter how your supplier is packaging your shipment, always choose individual products. And this is because if your supplier packs your shipment into an odd number of cartons that are different, then individually packed will give you the option to create odd-sized shipping cartons. Whereas case packed means every shipping carton must be the same size and weight and have the same number of units inside. You cannot mix and match. So for example, if we click on Continue to Shipping Plan, another spot where beginners make a mistake is right here. And this option only appears on your first shipping plan. And this is where you're going to enter the size and weight of your unit, the product packaging, not the shipping carton size and weight. And this is because if you put the wrong information here, you're gonna get the wrong FBA fees. You can see here that it says, provide the dimensions of the product in the manufacturer's original packaging. This is not the shipping carton size and weight. This is the unit size and weight, okay? Make sure you enter that correctly here. A lot of beginners will put the shipping carton size and weight here, which usually is way bigger than what the unit size is, and so you get the wrong FBA fees. And you won't notice this until later on once you've completed the shipping plan. So make sure you put the unit size and weight in here. Now, for example, if I'm shipping in 500 units, I'll enter that here. And let's say, for example, that my unit size is 12 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches, and it weighs 1 pound. Okay? Save. Now you can see that it's expecting 500 units. I can click on continue. Now generally, if your supplier is handling all of the manufacturing, you won't need Amazon to do any prep, so you can forget about these two tabs here. Just click on continue. Here's when you choose who labels, meaning who's gonna apply the Amazon barcode or the FNSKU. Typically, your supplier is gonna do it, so you're gonna select merchant. Merchant meaning you are. Amazon means you're gonna have Amazon apply the FNSKU label, and they're gonna charge you 20 cents per unit. So make sure you choose merchant. And at this point, if you need to print the FNSKU label out, you can do that here, and then email it to your supplier so they can apply it to each one of your units. Then click on continue. Now, once you get to this page, you can click on approve and continue, and then work on shipment. Now you can see you have a few more options to choose. And the default here is to use the Amazon Partnered Carrier Program. Now this only applies if you're shipping products within the US. Now if you're doing arbitrage or you're shipping stuff from China to your freight forwarder's warehouse or to your home first, you can then take advantage of this Partnered Carrier Program to save on shipping. So again, this is only for US shipments only. So once your product has landed in the US, you can use this option. And it's generally a lot cheaper than if you were to ship it on your own through FedEx or UPS. And it's significantly cheaper. For example, something that would cost you $200 normally to ship on your own would only cost around $20 if you use this partnered carrier option, okay? Now, typically your supplier is gonna handle your entire shipment, or your freight forwarder is, so you're gonna choose other. And it doesn't matter what you choose here. This is just for your own reference, okay? Now, if you come down here, how will this shipment be packed? You want to choose the option that matches how your supplier has packaged your shipment, okay? Typically it's multiple boxes. And then you're gonna come down here and enter the information, okay? Now, for example, right now we're shipping in 500 units. So let's just say your supplier packaged your shipment into 5 cartons with 100 units in each one. So what you can do here is go 100 units in each box. There's 5 boxes, and you can enter the weight of the box, let's say is 20 pounds, and then the dimensions, you're gonna enter it here, make something up, okay? And if you click on confirm, you can see that it's been successfully submitted, okay? If there's any errors, you'll see them here. Now, if your supplier packaged your shipment into an odd number of cartons, you can do something like this. For example, if there's 100 units in 4 boxes, you can see that the total quantity is only 400 now, but you are shipping in 500. You can add another box configuration here. And you can say, for example, there's 50 units in 2 boxes, and each box only weighs 10 pounds. And perhaps it's a smaller box. Okay, and if you hit confirm, you can see that's successful as well because the total quantity is 500, which is what it's expecting here. Now, this option to do this is only available if you choose individually packed. If you chose case packed, you won't be able to choose separate box sizes here, okay? That's why it's important to choose individually packed regardless if your supplier case packed it, because individually packed will apply for both options. Now, down here is where we're gonna print the box labels. So there's gonna be 6 boxes, so there'll be 6 labels. And once you print it, you can email these to your supplier and they'll be able to put these labels on the corresponding boxes. Now, once you click on complete shipment here, this completes this shipping plan. So you won't be able to make any edits. So if you made a mistake, you'll have to create a new shipping plan. You're not gonna be able to edit this, okay? Now, if you go to your shipping queue, you can see all the shipping plans you've created. Now, the ones that are not completed, you can edit. So if you need to modify or edit the shipping plan, you can click on work on shipment here and change it. Now, if you did make a mistake and it's already completed, then you'll have to create a new shipping plan. And that's okay. It doesn't matter how many shipping plans you make or if they're just sitting in the queue. It doesn't matter. They don't expire. Okay? And if you do click on the work on shipment option here, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you can always delete the shipping plan as well. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is Amazon has strict inbound shipping guidelines that you need to follow for all your inbound shipments. And they're posted here on the shipping and routing requirements page, which I'll leave a link to in the video description below. Make sure you read through this whole thing and that your supplier is aware of these guidelines also, because there are maximum weight and size restrictions that you need to be aware of. For example, if we scroll down, you can see that there's a maximum size that it cannot exceed 25 inches per side. And there's a weight limit of 50 pounds per box, okay? There's also labeling requirements that are stipulated here, depending on if it's palletized or not. And there's additional information here that you should read through just so you're aware of how your inbound shipment should be packaged. And it's important that you follow these guidelines to a T, because Amazon is now imposing penalties and fees if your shipments don't follow these guidelines. As you can see here, it's called Unplanned Services, and it's a per unit penalty fee. So if you ship products into Amazon and it doesn't meet their guidelines, they're gonna apply these penalties per unit, okay? So for example, you can see here's a per unit fee of 70 cents. And if you come down here, the Unplanned Services fees, if it's a box related problem, for example, if it's overweight or oversized, it's a $25 per unit charge. And if you continue to ship in shipments that don't meet these guidelines, it escalates to 50 per unit, 75 per unit, okay? Or hazardous products or unacceptable pallets, you can see the fees are even higher, okay? So make sure you read through all of these guidelines and make sure your supplier is aware of them and your freight forwarder is aware of them so that you can avoid incurring these penalties and fees. And again, I'll leave links to these in the video description. And lastly, a lot of beginners think they can save some money by having their product shipped to their home first so that they can do something to it, like inspect or bundle it or label it themselves. And I don't recommend doing this. A, you should always have an inspection done at your supplier's warehouse before it leaves their warehouse so that if there's any problems, they can fix it. Once it leaves the warehouse, it's infinitely more expensive and logistically more difficult to have your product shipped back to their warehouse to have them fix the issue, okay? So make sure you have an inspection done before it leaves their warehouse. And also by shipping your products to your home first, you're splitting up that shipment and it's most likely gonna cost you more money than shipping it directly from your supplier to Amazon. Now, if for whatever reason you do need to have it shipped to your home and you live in the US, then definitely take advantage of the partnered carrier program so you can save money on that shipment stateside. Okay, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, post them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And to make sure you never miss a video, be sure to click that bell icon to turn on notifications. There's also a link in the video description below to our community forums, which you should totally join. And if you're looking for more tips and strategy videos, click or tap over here. And as always, thanks for watching.